Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an update, a brief one, tarot reading for BTS. Actually, I have been receiving like requests to do a reading about BTS members' safety. I know there were some past rumors about Jin. Well, he's in the military. An event occurred, and fans want to know. Honestly, I do not read for idols that are doing their military service because I mean they are not active like idols. They are fulfilling their duties as citizens. So I believe that it's important to keep that moment like apart from their careers. So but I was like, okay, I can do an update for the whole group, and in that we can include the ones that are also in the military. So I want to dedicate like this reading to focus this reading more on their safety and their well-being, how this could possibly go, um, what they have available when it comes to their own security. But as I was reflecting the other day, like when a lot of people were asking me about this, honestly, like I can pull cards about this subject, but the best thing to actually like the only ones that can actually like prevent these events or this invasion from happening, or to take a good and better care of the guys is the company itself. Like I think that a tarot card reading is not going to resolve an issue, or but in and it's not about like what we can see with the cards. It's more what can we do with the information. So I'll try to be as objective as possible, but definitely I believe that if we want to change, or if there's some concerns about the guys, um, you know there should be like a proper like discussion with the company, or I don't know how they handle these situations, the fandom. I have no idea. But yes, I do appreciate the group, so I want to do this reading. So yes, let's start. We begin the reading with the Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Hangman, Six of Cups, Five of Wands, and then from the Oracle, I got the card of Jupiter in Sagittarius, Discovery. So, honestly, I think that that yeah, I think that from BTS or BTS management, and even like probably security team or the people that um, are in charge of their image and their protection are actually very active. Like I see them like especially being very much on alert when it comes to what is being said about the boys, the guys online, about what is, I believe they're very concentrated on hackers. Like there's something about hackers, or very toxic mail, uh, toxic comments, very cruel letters, like a lot of awful things being done on the internet or online, and even physical letters. So there's a lot of clarity when it comes to this. They definitely, whoever is coming up with a plan about protecting the members, the ones that are, you know, doing their individual activities, just like the members that are on the military, they definitely are protecting the artists. They are doing their best. Of course, we have the sun card in here, so definitely, BTS. It's like it's not just about money. I think that definitely they represent. They are very loved. They are very respected. They are very admired. So there's a huge interest in keeping their image clean, and also that everything that is surrounded around BTS maintains a certain level of purity or a certain level of optimism, and not getting the fans to worry about their idols getting hurt. I think that also the members are trying to put on this very optimistic, like and very brave front, especially in front of the cameras. They're trying to remain also very positive. But also here with the handman in the middle of the reading, I think that the answer to whether they are safe or not, or if they are like safe enough, um, I think that is a bit like ambivalent in the sense that just like you have all this shining splendor and all this beauty and all this magnificent energy, you also have the position of the handman. Honestly, things are very stuck right now when it comes to BTS energy. They are put in a position that is not comfortable for the group because they are not being able to function like a group. They are being sort of put on hold. And I think that this is the energy that they're going to be transiting this year and next year and the other year. It doesn't matter how much or how fast the time passes. I think that the handman in here is like, the recognition that the popularity is there, it's not going to fade away. But they also are in a situation where they are going to be like tied to certain situations that they cannot control. So the best thing is to remain like optimistic. The best thing is to actually get the most meaningful experience out of this. Honestly, it's not a comfortable situation for neither of them. I would say with the son here, that definitely has to do with the fame. It's really like it's really annoying actually to come to this this reflection about, oh, it's part of being famous. But unfortunately that's what the cards are telling me, that somehow and it's a bit sad because there's a lot of people and a lot of groups and a lot of artists working every day to achieve a level of fame. And then when you get to the top of that, or when you achieve it, you actually find yourself in this very um, uncomfortable situation where you are somehow put in this very handman position where you are hanged for everyone to somehow get a piece of you, like somehow you are put in a sort of sacrifice. You are put like this somehow like magical creature that anyone can like prey on you. And definitely I think that yeah, that there's a sense of helplessness also, that they cannot have an entire control over these events that happen, this invasion. I think that honestly think that the company and the people in charge and also the security are going to take like action against this. They are going to defend the guys as much as they can with all the power that they have. But honestly, this is not a moment to be like, oh, okay, you are going to go back to how you used to be, or you are going to go back to how you used to like be protected before. It seems like once you're out of the shell, you are out. You are exposed. So there's no going back to my safe place. You are already out. So this process cannot be reversed. They are going. There are members that are already there. There are members that are going to come back, and then there are going others. So the process is already developing. So and it's going to seem like it's going to be a very slow process, especially for the fans. I see the six of cups in here with the nine of wands, and I sense that the fans are the ones that probably are a bit like are having a hard time dealing with the guys being in this process. I definitely sense that there's going to be a lot of fights and divisions among the fandom. They are going to start fighting each other because there's also a division against, oh, we want the guys to go back to who they used to be. There's a sense of nostalgia, and there's also this sort of like denial that the guys cannot go back to who they used to be, because they are already in this process um, of being authentic, like being authentic, and also being like normal citizens in some aspects, not always being in this idle mode. They are also behaving like people, like adults of their age. So there's a lot of things. Like I think that it's not just about fame. I think that there's also this nostalgia. Somehow, probably the fandom is also feeling nostalgic, and is feeling a bit like emotional, and is feeling like their emotions can actually uh, like trigger a lot of things, a lot of uncomfortable discussions, and people being mean to each other and being very much o- on alert, like even attacking each other. So that's very um, that's also like something that probably the fans should like reflect on this. Why they do this, why this seems to be like why you cannot move on. Like somehow this is, I believe that the guys enlisting is definitely triggering a lot of people's past traumas. I think that this is not about BTS. I think that this is more about um, the fear of loss. That there's some people that are like, oh, I don't want to lose like I lost in the past. Like somehow associating uh, BTS being absent in some moments of their life, or maybe remembering that a member is not there, or remembering that a member is changing, or the other one, or they are separated. There's this sort of anxiety about like, oh, what do I do, what do I do. So they start attacking each other. So I honestly think that they should review this, because honestly, BTS is in the position of the handman. So they cannot, they don't want to, but also they do not have the power to somehow put the fandom in order, or tell the fandom how they should behave in this situation, because they themselves are in a very unusual situation. So they're trying to let go a bit the hand of, and it's like, okay, we are transiting this, you are transiting this, we have these feelings in common, but I have to also like worry about myself. They have their inner fears as well. um so honestly, I think that and also their mindsets are changing. The guys are very much focusing on themselves, and they are coming to the realization and the enlightenment in a lot of aspects of their life. They're probably are reflecting a lot about themselves, their whole personal journey. Have I mature enough? Am I mature enough? They probably are asking a lot of reflective questions about themselves and their identity as people, as men, you know. So definitely, I think that this is very interesting, but it's also a very personal journey. So I think that this is um, I think that probably, probably if there are some, very invasive fans or sasangs, it has to do with this anxiety, because I was thinking like, why am I seeing this attack in here, these attacks, these conflicts in here? And I'm like, yeah, because it's a sort of like part of the fandom that is not satisfied with the situation. So first they start attacking themselves, and then they start like being aggressive towards the members, like somehow like, sending, being very extreme, like sending a lot of messages, and being extreme and yes, and obsessive, and even being invasive, not knowing your place. So I think that that's also maybe why you get this privacy invasion, because um, it's the public, but it's also the fans, because I think that the regular person that just comes across BTS information, and they sell it, and that they share it, and everything that they do it because they know that the fandom wants it, so it's like a very vicious cycle of like, oh, like some fans being like, oh, I would never share this information, but there are some parts of the fans that they do. So I think that that should be also something to reflect on, about um, that these people are also part of the fandom. I think that this is where the conflict also starts. That there are some that they're like, oh no, we don't claim these people, but these people are inside, and I think that these people are also can disguise themselves very well as good fans. So I think that there's also the conflict is in there, because there's some lies, some deceitments behind this nostalgia, behind this nostalgia of like, I want the guys to go back to how they used to be, or I want them to be how they used to be in the past. There's so it's, yeah, it's twisted, guys. It's twisted. It's twisted. Um, and probably the guys, yeah, also they don't want to say anything or middling in, because they realize that um, this is twisted, and that um, probably they're a bit disappointed as well, because maybe they know who these people are, or they recognize who these people. They have names. I'm sure. Starting with the Ace of Swords, I want you guys to know that if you think that they have, definitely the company, the CEO, the bodyguards, everyone, the security team, everyone has names, has information about who are these people that are being the invasors, or the people that are creating these very chaotic situations. They have all the information, so they are very well informed in that way. They are very ordered with the information that they have. So if they want to press like a charges, they can do it like very fast if they want to. Um, but yeah, they're trying not to, because they don't want to like sound. They prefer to arrange this behind closed doors, and not let it know to the public, because they don't want to associate like a very aggressive consequence to the image of the group. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, it's like they prefer to put this like sort of like atmosphere of like everything is happy and we are a happy family. So so the people don't see the ugly side of this. um, and and then yeah, from the oracle they got the card of discovery. So I think that honestly the the good thing about the safety of the guys and everything is that they are global. They are a global group. We have Jupiter is Sagittarius, so it's about expansion. So definitely, if the guys are being taken care of, or these matters are being handled, is because of the repercussion that this could cause. This is not just about South Korean boy band or K-pop group. This is about BTS, and BTS is like a sort of like patrimony, a worldwide patrimony. So I think that for them, they have this uh, potential of being properly things being properly like done because of this. Because if this was a regular group, they wouldn't do anything about it. Honestly, they wouldn't do anything about it. And also, I think that uh, the international fandom is also pushing very much on like, I don't know if your guys are sending emails or if you're communicating with the with different parts of the label. But I definitely see you like moving, that it doesn't matter where you are very insistent about like, okay, protect the idols, please, and protect the artist. um, but also, since Jupiter is in Aquarius with the card of discovery, I think that it also shows like, because Sagittarius is such a bit expansive, but also it exaggerates things. I definitely think that with the cards of discovery in here, probably the things that you hear may be a bit exaggerated, especially the headlines. So be careful to not get too paranoid or to not get on the defensive about what you read. Because actually, it's not to say that things are not serious enough or that what happens is not serious, but some things are being exaggerated. And probably there's also an exaggerated reaction coming from different parts of the world. So, it's like everything is amplified. The sense of I feel like out of control, like, and I have to say what I think, and I have to share my opinion, and I have to jump into conclusions, and I have to analyze this, and I have to get as many information, and I have to spread the word. It has its positive side, that it means that you can actually learn something about what's going on the other side of the world. But at the same time, exaggeration there's this exaggeration about what actually happened and how it was handled. Maybe people talking about it like for days, and actually, maybe this subject was actually like, I don't know, was handled like within the 2 hours it was solved already, and people just keep talking about it and keep bringing it up. I think that yeah, you should be like very like be very careful about not being too much. I also think that honestly, since this is the car of discovery, I think that we are going to discover a lot of things about, I wouldn't say about the group, because actually the group is already like um they already surrender to their duty. They are already like at peace with this new chapter that they have to do. They are not resisting going to the military. They never resisted, we know it. But they are, they are somehow, it's not comfortable, but they are at peace. Now, what I don't see at peace is the fandom. So I would I know you guys probably don't want my advice. I know that this is a very personal decision, but please don't act crazy, because here with the card of discovery, I think that we could eventually find out more crazy things about what the fans do. You know, the violation of privacy, people trying to get in and trying to find out things about the guys and interrupting their activities and being acting crazy and out of control. So please, guys, don't make a fool of yourself. Please protect also your integrity as a fandom. Don't. Or if you know someone that is thinking about doing this, please don't encourage this. Don't encourage this. Please create a change for the better. And if you can, like, also try not to engage with people or with certain, I would say celebrities. I don't know why I got the word celebrities, but I'm thinking that if there's someone like a random, I don't know, influencer or person or famous person that just talks about BTS, just don't engage, guys. Don't engage. Just transit this with the less drama, with the more drama-free attitude that you can, because you're going to need to temple yourselves. These are not going to be easy moments, but the guys are watching you. So please, if you want to contribute to their well-being and for them to be okay, please, don't engage, don't create more chaos. Try to stay centered and calm, that this shall pass too. Okay, this is all I have, guys. I hope that you resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.